Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. In this video, let's talk about a very basic yet a very tricky question. How many stories should be present in a sprint? What do you think? Do you have the answer to this question right away? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to it. But of course, this video is part of our Lounge Fever series where we try to answer the questions that we receive from you. If you want to go over other such videos where we have taken up your FAQs and answered them, then check the first link in the description out. Second and third link are also important because they are links to the concept related videos of Agile if you're preparing for your PMP exam, as well as Agile videos if you're preparing for your PMI-ACP exam. So important links in the description, check them out. With that being clear, that being said, let's try and answer the question, how many stories should be part of a sprint? So actually there are two methods that you can use to answer this question. The first one is commitment driven planning. How many stories should be part of your sprint depends upon commitment driven planning. And when you use this method, what you are essentially doing is you refer to the sprint goal. What is the goal of your sprint, right? Don't get down into the calculation and mathematics and story points and all that. Don't do that. Take a look at the sprint goal. That's the first thing that you're going to do. Now, sprint goal, it helps us in understanding the priority of each feature in the sprint backlog. Now, of course, you may already have the priority in the sprint backlog for every feature, but if you take a look at the sprint goal, it is going to make things even more clearer. Now, this is a good way for everyone. Everyone, that means everyone in the agile team, in the sprint team, all of them will get on the same page and understand which features are most important, because they would have taken a look at the sprint goal, right? And they would understand what are the kind of features that are important for this sprint. Finally, you are going to deliver something tangible and valuable at the end of each sprint. This is the basic idea behind commitment driven planning. What you are committing to is to delivering something which is tangible and valuable at the end of each sprint. You can make trade-offs during the sprint to achieve this. So if there are any trade-offs or changes required in the sprint backlog during the course of the sprint, you are even going to do that, because your aim is to deliver something tangible and valuable to the customer. So this is commitment driven planning. The next type of planning is velocity driven planning. So this is a method that can again help you how many stories should be part of a sprint. So what you do in this method is that the team is going to start with finding out their average velocity. Sometimes it is something which is documented somewhere and accessible to everyone. If not, of course, Scrum Master can be reached out and asked for the average velocity of the team. So once you know what the average velocity is, the team is going to start to add the top stories from the backlog. Remember, I told you that the backlog is going to have features and their priority as well, and their story points as well. So whatever are the top stories, right, the stories with the highest priority, the team is going to pick them up and they are going to fill those stories in the sprint backlog until the average velocity number is reached. Now, if you don't know what velocity is, I'll share a link in the description, the fourth one, where we've talked about velocity as well. So that is velocity driven planning for you. All right, if you're looking for a free study plan, head over to pmclounge.com/pmp study plan. Using it, you can clear your PMP in 50 days. Thousands of our community members have used this free study plan. So go ahead, check it out. Okay, question for this video. How do you decide the number of stories a sprint should have on your real life projects? Do you use commitment driven planning? Do you use velocity driven planning? Or do you use something totally different? Let me know in the comments. Also, Which of the two methods that we talked about today, which of the two do you think is a better one? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to your answers. So that's all in this video. I hope you got value out of it, and I hope you were able to understand what are the factors that determine how many stories are going to be a part of a sprint. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP and project management resource. If you like our work, consider contributing at pmclounge.com/contribute. Thank you.